He in whose eyes a vile person is despised, but he honors those who fear the Lord. He who stares to his own hurt and does not change, he who does not put out his money at usury, nor does he take a bribe against the innocent, he who does these things will never be moved. Lord, who may abide in your tabernacle, and who may dwell in your holy hill.
David is no stranger to our pulpit, and our pastor is away this weekend, and he invited David to speak to us and share God's word. Is it true or false?
Oh, good morning. A beautiful Sabbath morning, isn't it? Thank you for that special song. It's always good for me to hear guitar music in church. I learned how to play when I was 12. And when I went to the academy, I had one teacher that said, guitar music is not supposed to be played at church. He said, that's for honky-tonk places like saloons and out on the prairie when you're taking care of cattle. I looked at him and I said, sir, that's not true. When you ever watch a Western on television and they have a scene in a saloon, what do you hear it playing? You hear piano playing, honky-tonk music comes out of that saloon. And I said, so that's... you've got that wrong. It's the piano that they play honky-tonk music on. Oh, I'm sorry, he goes. And so it's good to have, I see the guitar has made its way through the years, and we see it a lot being played today. The long, hard winter had finally come to an end. The 2 feet of snow that had fallen through the winter had melted and disappeared. The days were getting longer, and the sun was getting warmer. Spring had arrived, and it was new earth, new things being taken place in the spring of the year. The flowers were pushing their way through the soil. The leaves on the trees were budding out. The apple blossoms on the apple trees were beginning to pop out. The grass was getting greener and was getting longer. And soon, I would have to get the lawnmower out and get it ready for its weekly task of mowing the lawn. I put it off as long as I dared. Finally went down to my shop and I got the lawnmower out, brought it out into the middle of the garage floor, cleaned it all up, took the air filter out, cleaned the air filter, took the blades off and sharpened them. I put new oil in, filled the gas tank up with gas, and when I thought I had it ready, I took a hold of the rope and pulled on the rope. but it didn't start. I didn't expect it to start the first time after sitting all winter in the garage. So I pulled on it again, and again, and again, and it just wouldn't fire up. So I got to looking around and discovered that when I had wiped it all down and cleaned it up, I had knocked the spark plug wire off the spark plug just far enough that it wasn't getting any spark. So I pushed the wire back onto the plug. Thought if I found a problem, it'll surely start now. So I pulled on it again. It still didn't start. Again and again. Well, there was something else wrong. It just didn't fire up. I thought the one thing that I hadn't checked yet, and that was the spark plug itself. So I got my spark plug wrench out of the toolbox, took the spark plug out, and there's the problem. The end of the spark plug had been burnt off and wasn't getting any spark through the spark plug. I thought, well, I can't fix that. I'm simply going to have a new spark plug. I looked at my watch. I had an appointment meeting that I had to go to. And I thought, well, I'll leave a few minutes early, and I'll stop and pick up a new spark plug. So I went to the house, got cleaned up, changed my clothes, and left a few minutes early to stop at Farm and Fleet to get a new spark plug. Now, Farm and Fleet would be a store similar to what you have here, like a Tractor Supply.